Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's podcast. Today, we'll be discussing work and responsibilities and learning some useful expressions along the way. As usual, we're going to have a short story, and right after the story, we're going to go through the expressions you hear in the story. So, try to have a pen or pencil ready, listen to me carefully, write down the expressions you hear, so that you can use them later on in your daily conversation. So, if you're ready, let's get started. I'm ABL Masharati, an English teacher and a teacher trainer. Here is the story. Sarah was having a tough week. She was working round the clock to meet a tight deadline, juggling responsibilities between her demanding job and her family commitments. She felt completely snowed under with work, and her stress levels were sky high. To unwind, she decided to take a much-needed break and recharge her batteries. She went for a long walk in the park, enjoying the fresh air and the quiet. When she returned to work, she was called on the carpet by her boss for missing a crucial deadline. She realized that she had tried to pass the buck to her colleague, but it hadn't worked out. Feeling defeated, Sarah decided to take a more proactive approach. She clocked in early the next day and worked really hard to catch up on her work. She learned a valuable lesson about taking responsibility and managing her time effectively. Okay, now it's time to go through the expressions one by one. The first expression was work round the clock. So, if you work round the clock, you work continuously for a long period of time. Example: I've been working round the clock to finish this project, which means I've been working hard, continuously hard to finish the project. So, ready for the next expression? Good. Juggling responsibilities, or to juggle responsibilities. To try to manage multiple tasks or commitments at the same time. Example: she's juggling responsibilities as a mother, a wife, and a full-time employee. So if you juggle responsibilities, it means that you do different tasks. For example, I am a teacher, a manager, and a husband. So I'm juggling responsibilities. I'm doing different things, different tasks. Good. Now, let's go on with the next expression. The next one was to unwind, to relax, and to stop feeling stressed. Example: I like to unwind by reading a book or taking a bath. So what do you do to unwind? What do you do to relax? For example, when I need to unwind, I may listen to music. What about you to unwind? What do you do? Think about it. So, next expression, to snow under, to be overwhelmed with work or tasks. Example: I'm snowed under with work and can't take any more. If you are snowed under with work, it means that you do a lot of things. You are so busy, right? I'm snowed under with work and can't take any more. It means that I have to do a lot of tasks. I'm so busy. Next expression, recharge batteries. To rest and recover from stress. Now, example: I need to recharge my batteries after a long week at work. Imagine you were snowed under last week. Now you need to recharge your batteries, right? You need to rest. So to recharge your batteries means to rest and recover from stress. Next expression, as far as I remember, was to pass the buck. To pass the buck. To avoid responsibilities by blaming someone else. Example: don't try to pass the buck. You're the one who made the mistake. So if you pass the buck, you avoid responsibility. You say that. You keep saying, it was not my fault. You keep saying, it was not my responsibility. But actually it was. So passing the buck is not a good thing. If you pass the buck, others cannot trust you anymore. So, I'm going to repeat myself. To pass the buck means to avoid responsibility. Now, Clock in is the next expression. If you clock in, you arrive at work and start your shift. Example, I clock in at 9 a.m. every day. So what time do you clock in? 7 o'clock? 8 o'clock? So if you clock in, for example, at 7 a.m., it means that you start your work at 7 every day. Okay. Last expression, to be called on the carpet. If you are called on the carpet, it means that you are criticized. You are scolded. Imagine you are late for work almost every day. How does your boss feel? Right? So, I was called on the carpet for being late to work again. So, if you're called on the carpet, it means that you are criticized by your manager, for example. So, how does your manager feel? Feels really bad. He is mad at you. He's angry, right? So, I am called, or she is, or I was called on the carpet, which means I was criticized or I was scolded. Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of today's podcast. I hope you've enjoyed learning these expressions and gained some insight into the world of work. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, keep up the hard work. And don't forget to take some time to relax and recharge as well. Goodbye.